electric
Hang on.
fired.
Right, go on. This is the electric fire.
Yeah, a bit aged.
It's aged, but this in here is what we fired last night, and it's orange,
it's more pinky,
but
isn't
it's
it?
got yeah. I suppose you could say pink, but I'd say it's still on orange, but it's got like a yellow hue. Orange with a yellow hue, which I suppose gives you like this bizarre pink, but that's the same make. I mean, ignore a few imperfections there, but probably in that area there where it's a bit darker, is about the colour that you'd get from the electric Rohde top loading kiln.
I think. I don't
But
know if
and see, I don't normally like terracotta or earthenware. I think it's for plant pots only.
That's why I did them.
But
Plant pots.
but that's come out. The colour gives it a whole new kind of life in a way that I wasn't expecting.
They look lively, don't they?
Yeah, the gas is very different. Like, I don't know, it's got a kind of
just a feeling I had though.
very organic look to it. You know, a very organic kind of feel.
On the canal.
I wonder if
that's what makes you do.
I wonder if we can get a peek under there. I don't know what's under there. But oh yeah, you can see. You can see some stuff under there.
Bowls.
Yeah, there's some bowls there. That let me try and get some sneak peeks underneath.
Well, that would be the first time I'm seeing it as well. So I would lift these out, but I'm not sure if they're going to be plant pots.
It's okay.
Completely.
It's a good view from there. That's a good view.
Okay.
Very mushroomy looking. That's the word that's in my head, is magic mushroom looking. That's a bit too dark in order to see down, so we'll just have to wait and see, I'm afraid. But the flue gets out the way just nicely. There's still a bit of brick dust that falls out of there because that stuff is like cheese. Basically, it's so soft. I think you can see where the flue's scratching it a bit, but that'll sort itself out once it's, you know, once it's moved in every direction possible. Then this will just fly in the other end. But enough about the flue system. There's been plenty of attention on that. But this is the product of the flue system. And I'm trying not to get too much of the natural light on it there. If I get this sort of angle where the light doesn't interfere with the pot too much, then you get more. This one shows up the truest on the screen, I would say. But yeah, it's a very different colour to that. You know, bear in mind this is a bit old and it's got loads of glaze on it, but that's the same bisque, but that's orange, you know, but this has a very different hue. Yeah, I am surprised what I'm seeing, let me put it that way. It looks very different, and I'll be very interested to see what it looks like once it's glazed. But I don't know, it just seems stronger to me for some reason as well. It seems much more well formed, and and there's no cracks, there's no damage. I did it as slow as I possibly could. So have we got the let's have a look what we got here. So we started on like not even 0.1 of a bar, it was like 0.01 of a bar, and it kept climbing slowly for about 3 or 4 hours. We just kept turning the gas on and off to keep it at or around 100 degrees Celsius, and then at so we started firing at 9:30 in the morning, and then at about 12:10 we stopped doing that and let the temperature creep up, and it wasn't until it wasn't until 4 o'clock, I think, that it had gone over 1 bar, you know. So, and then after that, we went to 0.2 bars at about 6 o'clock, and that's when I really started to ramp it up to the 500-600. 0.25 at 18 thereabout. 0.3 at 5 at 6:34 in the evening. 0.35 at 7:15. 0.4 at 7:20. 0.45 at 7:30. 0.52 at about 7:45, and then 0.4 at 8. And there's an envelope here somewhere. Well, basically, we went all the way up to 0.9, because, you know, once you've gone past that 600-700 degree mark, you can pretty much, you know, ramp it up as much as you want and get the temperature that you want. And it was all on one burner, so I don't know, you know, so I reckon with 2 burners on, you probably only have to go up to 0.4. So I mean, I guess that's why there's 2. So, you know, but you only need 1 burner to achieve. I think you could definitely achieve the full 1,250 with 1 burner. But we got this kiln because it was big, you know. So we were thinking yesterday, oh, we could have just got the 1 burner and it would have been cheaper. But you didn't get the space that you could in this, you know. And that, you know, this can be extended as well, like up to about here. So I mean, you can get even more in it then, you know. I mean, you could make one of those, like an ongi jar in this thing, you know. But enough of me prattling on. That's the wares, and I'll make a video next once it's glazed. And don't know whether this was of any use to anybody about how we climb the temperatures, but Simon Leach says the same sort of thing. He says that with a gas kiln, especially because of how quickly the temperatures rise, you have to be very, very, very oh so careful to begin with. Oh, there's a bit of a nasty chip in that brick there. You have to be very, very careful. Raise the temperatures very slowly, and we did that by turning the gas on and off, reigniting the burners, you know. So yeah, until all that moisture got out. And he says do that for about 2 hours, and then once you get past about 300-400 degrees, you're pretty much out of the danger point that he calls it, you know, because anything that will smash and shatter will do so by 300 or 400 degrees. So after that, you can pretty much ramp it up. But we didn't really crank it up until after 700 degrees. You know, really opened up the pressure on the gas bottles. So right, that's it. We'll make another video probably next week at the earliest when we've glazed these wares. Okay, take care. What I suppose I could do is do one more video once we got the wares out, so you can see the others very quickly, and then we'll do a video on the glaze. Okay, take care. Talk to you soon.